it is 38 degrees Celsius with a feels like of 46 degrees Celsius. And I'm going car camping. Why, you might be asking? Because I just finished this car build yesterday and I had to try it out. I could not wait. So we are driving to Killbear Provincial Park to camp for 2 nights. But of course, it had to be in the middle of a heat wave. But we shall have the ultimate test of surviving in a heat wave while car camping. Just arrived at the park. I haven't even gone to my campground yet. I haven't even found it yet, but I did see the washrooms there, the comfort station. So I am just gonna use that because I don't know how far my site is from the washrooms and I do not have a bathroom set up in this car. And I'm also going to get rid of this garbage. There's showers here. There's a Velcro here that I don't know what it's for. And another one here. I feel like I need a magnet to kind of hold this down because I don't know if I'll trust this. There's like a little bit of a gap. Oh, we're here. Yes! 1 down, 3 more to go. Oh my gosh, that's a big job for just 1 person. Okay, I managed to set up the bed. Awesome. Now we need to get some organization going because I have a bunch of stuff in the front room. Oh my gosh, the front seat, that has become a room on its own now. This mess needs to be organized. How do you do this in a way that you can adjust? I don't know, guys. How does that work? My gosh, the heat. And I freaking can't figure this out. I have a big hole here. Why can't I set up this stupid thing? I mean, it doesn't help that the stakes are not staying on the ground. They're just coming right off. Like, what the fuck?
guys, it is 10:30 p.m. I have not had dinner. I did not have a shower. All I've done was set up that little shelter in the back. Holy camole. Today was tough. It took me over 2 hours to just set up that hatchback shelter thing. I couldn't figure out the guidelines. I couldn't figure out the distance of the poles. I couldn't figure out how to get the stakes on the ground. There were no rocks around that I could use, and this ground is just so weird because it is like super soft, like sand, like the stakes like just go through it, and then it hits rock. And so there was no grip. It doesn't hold onto anything. And without the stakes on the ground, you can't get the poles to stay. Oh my gosh. And then I put the poles too far, and then I pulled the guy lines too tight, and then it started pulling from the back, and there was like gaps and holes, and oh my gosh. Also, I'm figuring out where things are going, because there's like no room. You can see like how close my head is from the ceiling, so I cannot sit here in the car at all. So I have to have everything figured out outside and just crawl in here when I'm about to go to sleep, which I'm not used to, because even with a tent, you can sit inside the tent. So I only have the sunroof open. I did close the windows. And I am going to have the fan on. Oh my gosh, I can see a few bugs in here. I don't think they're mosquitoes, but they're little bugs. I hope they don't bite. The mattress is super comfortable. Super, super comfortable. But let me tell you something. You cannot find anything in here. Yeah. It was crazy today, and I was so hungry, and I only ended up having like a yogurt, some hummus, and some berries. That's all I had. I was gonna make steak with potatoes and a salad. I was gonna have this beautiful dinner. I was going to go see the sunset. None of this happened. All I did was fight with stakes, trying to put them in the ground, and the poles, and the structure, and the mosquitoes, and the heat. It's actually, I think with the fan is doable here inside the car. It cooled off a little bit. It is at night now, it's 28 degrees, which is not too bad. I'm sure it feels like it is more. It is extremely humid. I could see the humidity in the air at night. You know, when you hold the flashlight and you can see the moist in the air where the light is hitting? Yeah, that is how humid it is. So between the humidity, the lack of, I'm not even going to say wind, I'm going to say air movement. Air inside a box probably moves more than what the air is doing here. I've never seen nature so still. And then the bugs. So that was a fun combination. Definitely a trial on my patience. I was just getting so irritable. My back is absolutely killing me from all the bending. I have a bad back anyways. I have back issues, so it doesn't take much to get me in agony, which is what it is right now. So I don't have any window covers, but I did bring eye mask so that I am not at bath 6 in the morning. I'll see you in the morning. Good morning, guys. I made it. I survived the night. It is a gorgeous day. There is not a cloud in the sky, and it's not as hot yet. There is a breeze in the air. We're gonna get there though. It's going to get super hot. So it's about 2:30 p.m. I have been to the beach just for a little bit because the heat is just too much. I've been mostly just sitting in the shade. I do have my solar panels charging my jackery to make sure that I can run my fan at night. I also have hung the hammock there, but still a little bit of sun there, and I don't want to hang too deep into the woods because the mosquitoes are just going to be super bad. So I'm just waiting for the sun to move so that I get a bit of shade on the hammock. So meanwhile, I am just going to make a BLT that is going to be a BL, I don't know what, because I forgot the tomatoes. I think it's just going to be a BL. Yeah, I forgot my tomatoes. Well, that's okay. Bacon and lettuce it is. And lots of mayo then to give that little bit of moist. Let me show you the setup during the day here. I have the screen mesh all up because the bugs are not bad during the day and it was getting annoying to lift this thing every time I needed something, so I just left it up. When it comes closer to sunset, then I will put it down, make sure that no bugs get trapped in, and then close it. The bed is working really well. I just need to lower the front a little bit. As you can see, it's kind of slightly tilted up. One thing that I didn't realize when I was building it, I was building it on my driveway, and I was using a level to make sure that the bed was leveled. However, my driveway is not leveled, so I completely overlooked that tiny detail. But not to worry, it is not too hard to fix that. All I need to do is just cut the legs a little bit. It's only annoying because I have already covered everything in felt and it's nice and finished, and now I'm just gonna have to refinish. But that is the price you pay for overlooking details. Ooh, this bacon is looking good. Let's have a look at the temperature. And it got down to 23 at night, which is absolutely lovely. It's a lovely temperature to sleep with. I had no problems overnight, but honestly, right now is way too hot to be in the sun. I really wanted to go and just lay at the beach, but it's way too hot. I'm thinking that I will probably go a little bit later in the day when the sun's starting to set and catch that sunset that I missed yesterday, and just bring my chair and just enjoy hopefully a little bit cooler temperature and hopefully a little bit of a breeze coming from the lake. Also, I did not have enough room with the little cooler that I brought. It's way too small, so I ended up buying a not electric, just regular cooler at Canadian Tire on my way here. And let me tell you, it's a piece of shit. I filled with ice yesterday and it's already completely melted by this morning. And I paid like $100 for it, so it's definitely going back, but I have to, I'm just flipping my bread here. I have to find a solution, something that gives me a little bit more space, because with the car being so hot, I am keeping a lot of things in the fridge. And also you do want cold drinks as well. Also, a little trick for when you're car camping or backpacking is grabbing those little condiment packets that you get at fast food restaurants, grocery stores, and it is so much easier to bring those individually packaged condiments than the big bottles. That's a great thing for camping. The flies are so annoying. I think I'm gonna have to put that bug screen down. It's not even for the mosquitoes. As soon as I started making food, the flies just went crazy. It's insane hot, guys. Okay, let's eat. Since we don't have tomatoes, we're gonna go heavy on the lettuce. Bon appetit, guys. This actually looks pretty good. See this? Just missing the tomatoes, but I think I compensated with the mayo. Oh my God. Oh, it's good. Oh. How come it's so good? I didn't expect it to be so good without the tomatoes. I think adding extra bacon and extra mayo did it. There are so many trees around the site, and so the shade keeps changing. So I have to keep moving the solar panels to be fully exposed to the sun. I think I'm only gonna get about 10% charge. I have two 100-watt solar panels, so technically I should be getting 200 watts in, but I'm only getting like 130, 150. I don't know why, because the sun is pretty strong. Maybe my angle is not proper, or maybe they're a little bit dirty. I don't know. Yeah, I'm not even getting 150, so yeah, I think I'll get about 10%. But you know what? 10% is 10%. It will run the fan overnight. So, oh my God, I was just eating here, and then this little chipmunk just came inside of my shelter, and now he can't get out. Hey, buddy. It's okay. It's okay. I'm gonna help you. Don't attack me. As I got closer, it looked at me like it was going to jump at me. And I think I scared it enough that it was able to find its way out. But oh my gosh, the poor thing. It was like a while trying to find its way out. So the washing situation here is working really, really well. I have this little RV draining dish rack, and I set my water here on this platform that I attached to the top of the drawer, and then I just put a bucket, like a basin, in here, and yeah, let's do the dishes. Well, guys, you're not gonna believe what just happened. So I left to go get ice. There is a little general store near the park, so I went there, got ice. I even got an ice cream. And when I came back, my trunk wouldn't close. You know when you open the trunk, the hatch, and there is a light that stays on. So there is a little trick that if you just gently push on the latch, it tricks the car to think that it closed, and it turns the light off so that you're not draining your battery while your hatch is open. So I did that. I opened and I just gently pushed and the light turned off. And when I decided to come to the beach, I'm like, I'm gonna close the trunk. And it was like dead. I tried to manually close the door. It will go down, but then when it comes to the latch, it's almost like it hits something and it won't latch and close. And no matter what I did, I tried turning the car on, off, on, tried to open, tried to close, tried to push the latch and use the button at the same time. No matter what I did, nothing is working. So now I have a trunk that will not close, and I don't know what to do. It's fine for sleeping because I can just lower it and it's fine. It's not gonna rain or anything, but I have to drive 200 kilometers back home tomorrow with a trunk that doesn't lock. That is ridiculous. I have tried everything. There's nothing obstructing, nothing looks broken, nothing looks out of place. Like if I stick my finger there, the latch moves in and out. I don't know what's going on. My gosh, it's almost like this trip is cursed. This trip is testing me, testing my patience. It is the next day. I have left. And I must tell you the story about the trunk. But first, I need to find a shaded spot. I bought some Tim Hortons and a coffee. And now I'm looking for some shade to park, to eat, because the sun is insane. And even though I have the air conditioning running, this is just crazy hot. I haven't had coffee yet. I literally just packed up and left. Ooh, do I see shade? Yes, ma'am. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Ooh. All right. What happened? I got drunk last night and went to bed because I was exhausted. Like everything is going wrong on this trip. Like I had such trouble setting up that shelter. My stove wouldn't work. Then the trunk broke. And then when I was cooking dinner, all my lights went out. My headlamp went out. My little lantern went out. And the cable that is used to charge it is the micro USB. And guess what? I had not brought micro USB. And I had charged everything before I left home. So, I don't know. This trip is cursed. I got a Tim Hortons breakfast box. I've never had this before. Scrambled eggs, sausage. Not bad, huh? And hash browns. Let's try. And some sort of sauce. Not bad at all. French vanilla. Oh, the sweet taste of coffee. I don't drink a lot of coffee. I drink 1 cup in the morning most of the time. Sometimes I'll have a 2nd cup in the afternoon, but that's not every day at all. But I must have coffee in the morning. And I don't even know if it has to do with the caffeine to wake up and stuff, because I could have decaf in the morning and it's fine. It's more like a psychological thing. I need coffee in the morning. Let's try those potatoes. Good choice. Okay, so I was getting ready to leave and I had fully accepted that my trunk wasn't gonna close. I had spent an hour and a half the night before with my husband trying to troubleshoot this, and I was just so irritated. Dudes getting drunk and going to bed. And then this morning, when I was about to leave, my camping neighbor passed by and said, "Hey, bye." And I was like, "Oh, could you just help me tie my trunk? Because my trunk is broken and is not closing." So he started having a look. And the issue was with the latch, which is what I was expecting. So when I pressed the latch for the light to turn off, it must have gone too far in and gotten stuck, and it wasn't coming back. And I think after a while of trying, the whole electric part just kind of shut down, because not even the control, nothing was working anymore. So I spent the night with just the trunk lowered and not locked. And in the morning, I was just gonna tie a rope and bring it to the Toyota dealership the next morning. But then he opened the trunk. We opened it manually, and there is a little cover on the door, and then you just pop that panel open, and then you need a screwdriver. Like, there is a little plastic thing that it's a Phillips, I think, and you just loosen up that screw, then you can move that little plastic white thing out of the way, and then you have access with your finger to just push or pull the latch and get it unstuck. So once we had access to it, it was super simple, just unstuck it. The problem was I couldn't unstuck it from the outside, and I didn't know about this access through the inside of the truck. We had to put a flat screwdriver and pop it, and then we needed a Phillips screwdriver to loosen up the screw to move the plastic cover to access the latch from there. So lesson learned here, carry tools. So I didn't even go to the beach this morning. It was too hot. Like, between the heat and everything that happened, I'm just going home. I'm just going home. Thanks for joining me on this disastrous trip. But I have certainly learned a lot of things. Overall, like, I'm happy with the build. I just need to do a few adjustments and get over this trip. Just get over this trip. Well, guys, I'm just gonna drive home, and I'll see you guys in the next adventure. Cheers.